New at 6, the universities of Wisconsin and UW-Madison are reporting a Canvas outage. Canvas is a learning management system used across the universities of Wisconsin system and the country, in which students upload homework, take online exams, and where professors upload grades. Reports say many schools across the nation are dealing with the Canvas malicious message from a potential cyber attack. The UW is asking students not to click on any links or reset your password in Canvas. Instructure, the parent company of Canvas, posted on May 1st about a cybersecurity incident that was under investigation. UW-Madison is in the middle of finals week.